All right.
All right.
So, uh, hey everyone. Today we're here. Here with my friend Igor from Brazil, and we're gonna talk. He's someone who I met. Uh, I don't know, over a year and a half ago. I was learning Portuguese, and he was learning English. So we were talking on a language app called Hello Talk. He's someone who is a very good friend of mine. Someone who um, always goes out of his way to see his friends, even if it's, he has no time, he'll still always go out of his way to do that. So it's something that I appreciate. And one of the first people to come visit me when I went to live in Sao Paulo last year, he said, "Oh, you're here? I'm gonna go visit you." And so someone that is a really really good person. Um, and someone who has lived in Rio. So Rio is obviously one of the world capitals, famous for a lot of different reasons. But he's not from Rio, but he's going to talk a little bit about his experience living and working in Rio, and compare it a little bit to where he's from in Brazil. So, hi Igor, how are you?
Hi, Patrick. I'm doing fine. And you?
I'm good. I'm good. So to start, I'm gonna have you just introduce yourself. Tell us. We know your name already, but where are you from? How old are you? And what do you do for a living?
Okay. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all. I'm Igor. I'm from Goiânia, Goiás, which is in the middle of the country of Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 31 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a civil engineer, and I work as a building designer here. So I grew up in a small city in the state of Goiás.
Mm-hmm.
I live with my parents on the farm
Mm-hmm.
for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Then my parents got divorced,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom went to Europe. My dad live in another city now.
Mm-hmm.
Then my grandparents raised me,
Mm-hmm.
and I live part of my life alone too,
Okay.
and it was a really good experience.
And what is the name of your city called in Goiás?
The name of my city is Goiânia.
Goiânia, okay. And
Goiânia.
and what is Goiânia famous for? If somebody doesn't know anything about Brazil, what is something that you would say that your city or your region is famous for?
Goiânia is known his for its uh, food because it's really delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And some parks, there are a lot of parks, famous parks here in Goiânia.
Mm-hmm.
Close to Goiânia, there's the Hot Park. It's a resort with a water park there.
Mm-hmm.
It was really fun. There are some waterfalls, really, 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 really beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Close to Pirinópolis. It's a city really close to Goiânia.
So
Very, very nice.
would you say it's like there's a lot of big cities where you're from, or would you say it's more rural, a lot of agriculture, a lot of nature?
In Goiânia, it's kind of uh, a big city with a lot
Yeah.
of buildings.
Yeah.
Of course, there's nature, but not that much. But
Mm-hmm.
close to Goiânia, around Goiânia, there are places to go camping,
Mm-hmm.
to go fishing, lots of nature and waterfalls, like I said before. So it's a really great place to rest, and because it's really quiet compared to other states or cities in Brazil.
Good. So when I go back to Brazil, I can go relax in
Yeah, you
Goiânia.
have to visit me here in Goiânia.
I
I
will.
I show you around for
I will.
sure.
Once Corona's over, I'll go back.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
So
waiting for you here.
thank you. So can you briefly just talk about how many times? Now we're going to talk a little bit about Rio and how many times you've been to Rio. And I know you've lived there too. So tell us a little bit about when you first started to go, how long ago, how many times you've been there, and then when you lived there, how long did you live there for?
Oh, I have been to Rio so many times, like 40 times. Because
40.
40,
Yeah.
40, yeah, 40. Then uh, sorry. because I was I started learning English, and
Mm-hmm.
I was told to go to Rio because it's a cosmopolitan city,
Mm-hmm.
and I would meet a lot of people from all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to Rio on this purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and then I met people, really nice people from Colombia, Argentina, Uruguay, people from Europe as well, France, Italy. So it was really, really cool. Because I'm a language lover and I wanted to practice my English, my Spanish with them. It was a
Mm-hmm.
really good experience. I learned a lot from them, a lot. So then I started going to Rio every year, like 6 times, 7 times. I I
You,
really
fe- you,
fell in
you
love
fell
with,
in love with Rio.
yeah, fell in love with Rio. It was amazing. Then what else did you ask me?
You lived there for I don't know how long, but you can tell us how
Yeah,
long you lived there for.
1 year.
A year. Okay,
About 1 year. Yeah,
about a year.
a
Um,
year. About a year.
so obviously Rio is like one of the world's most famous cities for Carnaval, for the beaches, for Cristo Redentor, which is the big Jesus on
The
the
landmark.
hill. It's a beautiful city, but obviously depending on who you talk to in Brazil or outside of Brazil, they might have a different opinion. So before you went to before you went to Rio, what was like your impression? Like what did people tell you about Rio before you went there? And then when you finally got there, uh, what was it like for you? What did you think of it? Um, was it what everybody told you it was going to be like? Was it different? Or was it the same? Um, and I know it's a long question, but how would you say it compares to living in Goiânia?
Okay. Let me see if I will remember everything.
It's okay. It's okay. We can go question by question. First, just say like, what did you know or what did you think about Rio before, and then what was it like when you actually got there?
I thought Rio was more dangerous,
Hmm.
and because everybody says, "Oh, Rio is dangerous. You're gonna be mugged there. they're gonna kill you in the favelas." And I was wrong because Rio is not that dangerous. You can walk, uh, and you don't need to. You have to be aware of your surroundings, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
that dangerous. You can have fun in Rio. Then other thing, I thought, and it was different.
Mm.
The food, because people told me, the food in Rio is amazing. You have to taste feijoada, and the caipirinha is really good. It's better than in Goiás. And I
Yeah,
was wrong because the food in Rio is not that great. So
really.
I lost a lot of weight when I was in Rio because I couldn't eat the food. I'm sorry, but I have to tell that. It's my opinion.
No,
And
it's good. It's good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
the caipirinha is a bit stronger,
Yeah.
but in Rio.
Can you explain what a caipirinha is?
The caipirinha is made from the sugar cane liquor with
Uh-huh.
sugar,
Uh-huh.
and they smash the lemon
Uh-huh.
with sugar and everything, and you can drink it. It's delicious. You have to try it. Well worth trying. The,
I have tried a few.
yeah. A bit
um,
strong, but it's worth it. It's
and
worth it.
and the feijoada. What is a feijoada for people who might not know?
It's like a soup of beans
Mm-hmm.
with um, farofa. It's made from cassava. You know what cassava is?
It's like kind of like breadcrumbs, but it's like a flour that you sprinkle on top. Yeah.
So basically, it's a plate with rice, beans, with pork in it,
Mm-hmm.
uh, with cassava
Mm-hmm.
flour
Mm-hmm.
and oranges,
Mm-hmm.
orange. Sorry, with them you can eat with orange too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much it.
Okay.
It's really delicious.